But you know what? That gives me a nice segue into something I want to talk about in the next set. I like that song. And to me, I think it's subjectively the best Halloween song. I say subjectively because, I know probably have different tastes of Halloween. I was gonna say Halloween music, but I guess Halloween theming in general. Because I've never really been, much of a scared person. I wouldn't consider myself a coward, but I never understood the appeal of watching things specifically to make yourself scared. But let me showcase the team I have here before we go more into that. As I was talking about last set, or maybe the first set, Crustle is fun. Crustle is not really a Pokemon I would normally give much attention to, but if you look it up on PvP Poke, or PvE Poke, it's pretty high up there, which is incredible for how quote-unquote budget it is. Only costs 25 candy and 10,000 Stardust to teach a second move, and you don't even have to max it out to get it to 1500. It's about halfway on the meter if you're maybe it's under 3/4 of the meter if you're all the way up at level 40. So that little makes it a fair option. It's just that rock typing it's better to show it than tell it, but I guess with Beedrill and other Pokemon similar to it, Beedrill and Garvantula I think is what really bumped up Crustles in the rankings so much, because Garvantula everyone wants to have for a Azumarill, and Beedrill fills a similar niche while covering some steel and poison types. Well, steel types specifically that sneak their way into the eligible Pokemon types through a subtype. For example, Shantae, our fairy steel type. I'll be honest, this is the exact opposite of Crustle when it comes to investment. The downside with Crustle is it's not the most common Pokemon in the world, so it's very likely you won't have the candies to evolve and power it up, teach a second move and all that. But if you struggle with Crustle, you're going to struggle having a Mawile. I don't even use this Mawile because it was almost maxed out already from attempting to use it in Great League a few seasons back. So I figured I'd finish up the job with powering it up and try it out for something a little different and fun. That said, it's a high investment. It's one of those Pokemon that pretty much max out under 1500. This Mawile right here is all the way at level 40. Yeah. All at level 40 and it's not even, and still got 20 CP away. I would say I would recommend the best Buddy Boost, but I think that I have to double check exactly how much extra CP that gives it. It might actually give it too much. And last but not least, we have a Shadow Muck hiding in the back here. Oh, I just realized we never gave Crustle here a nickname, and we here at Jackie K Incorporated need all of our team members to be respected. And you don't get respected with a generic name. Even if we just give you something like Squishy for now, we can. I'm not opposed to changing the nickname later if we come up with a better idea as we're battling. I just would feel bad going to Go Battle League set and not even giving one of our prize team members a proper name. Alright, so let's bring it in. I should mention that Squishy's not even a good IV Crustle, and yet, it really surprised me the first time I used it just for experimental purposes. This probably won't be the best showcase going up against a rank 9 player, but I guess in some degree I'm in rank 9 heart. Do I get the bug move in this set? I do. Umbreon is bulky though, so I'm not sure how well it will hold up, or how well my Crustle will hold up, but it's worth staying in and seeing how it pans out. The fact that I wasn't able to scare out the Umbreon has me a little worried. Yeah, I had a feeling that do that little. Also, I think we were just on the opposite end where I had Umbreon and they had Crustle, so I should know how this matchup goes, and yet I don't remember. I can try to remember the difference between Foul Play and Dark Pulse. The main reason my Umbreon has foul play was because the last time I checked PvP poke, not even for Halloween Cup, just for Great League in general, the game recommended that move. Yeah, probably should have shield. Kind of sacked off the switch advantage, but got two Pokemon. They both would love to snack on Umbreon for lunch. I think I'll try Muck, because I get the feeling Mawile is a lot more likely to just get like countered by whatever comes back out here. Unfortunately, I do have to shield here, because even though it's Umbreon, this is a Shadow Pokemon, which means it'll probably hurt. Oh, that's why they had they have both the Dark moves. Probably because they weren't able to get Last Resort. I can't honestly think of a good reason for that. Or a reason to actually spend the Stardust on both. Like, they're not different enough to justify all the Stardust that it costs. But, I mean, if you do it, if you have the Stardust to burn, it's not gonna kill you. It's just gonna feel like, just to me, it seems like a waste of Stardust to have both. That's the downside of the evolutions in general, though. Like, they got Last Resort, and that's all the coverage they got. And Last Resort is a community day move, so, like, you're kind of, like, just stuck being a one-trick pony with your type if you don't have an Eevee evolved from community day. I really hope that they give the Eevee evolutions a little more diversity someday, because it just doesn't seem fair. Like, it's not even like a good coverage, because it's normal, you're just neutral to everything. So this seems bad, but I just realized that Mawile has Fire Fang for his fast move, and we resist a Razor Leaf, so we don't even need shields. This is just GG. You don't even need to play around with Power Up Punch. I'll shield just in case, like, it's about to go down, so, like, why not shield? But I doubt this Leaf Blade would have even hurt. And that's another thing I was thinking about. Like, I think, like, Shadow Mawile ranks a little bit higher than Mawile, so I was tempted to use that just to have more Shadow Pokemon on the team. But, like I said, this Mawile was almost powered up all the way already. And just didn't... And I think it was better IVs, too. So just... I couldn't justify spending all that Stardust and Morsum all over again. Just to play around with one more Shadow Pokemon. And wasn't there a story I was going to go into? Oh dang, that water went down the wrong way, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Sucks that, like, first battle of this team, no commentary for the first chunk of it. But I think it was a better option than choking in my own... I think that was a better option than choking. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I think not dying is a little better option than having good commentary. Man, did we really just make that Umbreon waste both their shields just to outlive the Crustle? Like, I used a shield just to humor the idea of seeing if I could do it. No, somehow we only got one shield out of the Umbreon. We could try what we did last time, and it's a little bit weaker. But the good side about this is, I was hopeful that we at least had it weak enough that it wouldn't freaking be able to attack. We'd be able to take it out before it did that. I mean, I have enough for a Thunder Punch, so I can play around with it. Nothing else, we're definitely going to get that last shield. And thinking more about it, like, this thing resists all my Mawile's moves, so I pretty much gotta stay in. Sucks, because I'm pretty much just force myself in a situation of acid spray bait, because we're gonna shield that, and I got a shield because I can't risk getting taken out by this charge move. If I don't take out this Tentacruel before Muck goes down, I definitely lose this battle. So yeah, I say play like a fiddle, but it's more so like spoilers maybe? Golden Sun Dark Dawn, where like you can tell that you're falling for the trap, but the plot forces you down it anyways. Feels kind of like that. Now, this is a weird situation, but I think we can outcharm the Pokemon. Gonna power up punch just to make Fire Fangs go a little bit faster. Normally, I would consider any sort of matchup where you're just going up fast moves against a Charmer a lose situation, but Malwell here is being a true trooper and just resisting all these attacks. Unfortunately, like, it took so long to take it out that the Clefable was able to get to the charge move, so I think that might just balance it out in his favor. Whoa. Somehow we still managed to pull a win out of that. It really did come down to the wire. Like, it might have actually mattered that I didn't go for that power-up punch, even though I had the energy for it, because, like, that would allow them to have one more charm instead of me having a Fire Fang. It was just that close. Alright. How many battles is that? Might as well jump out. Oh, cool. We actually won both battles so far. So, of course, Team Full Moon is just like getting outshined by everyone else tonight. But the thing about Go Battle League is you can have the best team comp in the world, but if you get unlucky enough to get against the one team that hard counters your team, well, then there's not much you can do. This is interesting. I think I'm going to stay in and see how... Oh, they swapped out real fast. I think I realize now who's got the advantage there. Can I actually... I think I can actually farm down this Wigglytuff. Might accidentally overcharge a little bit. Gonna have to use a shield, but dang, look at all that energy. I think it was worth it. Muck is pretty weak too. That's the other downside about this, but like I'm just ready to just plow through my opponent no matter what they decide to bring out. The only downside is like Crustle's not gonna get a chance to get to do anything either, because I still gotta wait out the cooldown a little bit. But man, just look, that Clefable just pretty much gave us the power to sweep through the entire team. Man, like, I think that's the closest to a sweep like the main series games that I ever had in Pokemon Go. Like, if they didn't, like, forfeit the fight, I wouldn't say Muck would have taken care of the Beedrill too, but, like, it would have done a good chunk before getting taken out. That's definitely the closest to a sweep that I've had in Pokemon Go, and maybe possibly the closest that anyone could have to a sweep in Pokemon Go. I mean, I'm sure I could, of what I assume is similar skill levels. We'll just leave it at that. Like, sure, ooh, I think it's gonna happen again. Let's go to town. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm was a Zoomerol, which makes a good fertilizer. For this Muck to just fast move, this one's doing a little bit more, putting a little more pressure on me. Not as smooth as Clefable. I'm overcharging him, wasting time. Well... Let me see if I can get a shield. If they're smart, they'll just let me take out the Zoomerol. Because otherwise, I'm just going to farm up on the Zoomerol again. Like, I just realized, like, Clefable is not a Zoomerol. And I may have just lost a match because I got overconfident. We'll see. Probably should have gone for Crunch, or I mean Thunder Punch, because it technically is less energy, and I don't see why they wouldn't shield. I mean, I have been more wrong. Like, not going for the Crunch that time. I definitely see why they brought this Wormadam out here, because that confusion though. Oof. The good news is that Shantae can pretty much take over Old McDonald's farm. No shields, but I don't think Wormadam has anything that's too scary against Mawile. Like, that definitely hurt. I think it's just... we're just having all the Farmville here. Like, each one of my Pokemon has one of their Pokemon that they can just practically farm down. And they're getting the perfect opportunities to do it. I mean, like... only thing... Shadow Ball from this Marowak might throw a slight Monkey Wrench into the plan. Okay, a medium-sized Monkey Wrench into the plan. Actually, how weak am I? A complete Monkey Wrench in the plan. Well, you see how it was going to work on paper, right? Again, it all came down to me just getting way too overconfident with the Azumarill. If I didn't farm it down, if I actually went for the Thunder Punches sooner, we definitely would have won this. But for some reason, we fought an Azumarill last time and not a Clefable. So my experiences were based way too much on past experiences. And I paid for it. Honestly, I deserve to pay for that load of overconfidence. So I'm glad I did. It sucks that we probably sacked off another 5 out of 5 set win because of my stupidity. But I mean, it happens. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Now, at least I can take what we've learned from last time and know that I should not play around with a lone Marowak. Like, Shadow Ball will hurt. I think this is a better option in comparison to... I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, if I resist Umbreon, just flat out resist it, then this is the right play, because I might actually even be able to set up a sweep. Another sweep. Because I can just keep power up punching, and it's pretty much my best super effective damage anyways. I'm kind of tempted to, like, save up for a player off to try to bait out that shield. But I think it might be more effective if I just, like, go for power-up punches to get my attack up quicker. What stings is, like, it's getting... Fire Fang is closer to Charm than it is to Thunder Shock or Volt Switch. It's more for damage and not for energy gain, but unfortunately I don't think Mawile really has an energy gaining option. It's like, the key of using Mawile just comes down to fun. And you know what? If they just force you to switch out anyways, then it kind of doesn't matter now, does it? Unintentionally not mattering, like making dumb switches, will also hurt. Only... it's not even a good option because... yeah, I should have shielded. I was hoping I could at least bait out one more... I could at least bait out one of the shields with a Dark Pulse, but... because I didn't shield it, it didn't work out. Oh, man. I can't risk it, man. Like, I feel that Shadow Ball coming. But if they went for the Bone... If there was even a slight chance of going for Bone Club, and I wasted the shielder, then it was over. Mind you, it's definitely over now, because now Mawile kind of has to, like, make work through, like, 3 Pokemon with 0 health when they have 2 shields still. But I can at least take out the Umbreon. Oh, and there's the freaking Crustle in the back. If I had more energy on my Mawile, we could have done it. Oh man, like, if I played a little bit more smartly We could have done it, but nah. And apparently that wasn't going to be a 5-setter anyway. Well, yeah, because someone got a little too overzealous and decided to play Farmville when he should have been playing smart. This makes it 1 out of 7 now. 1 out of 7 since for getting costume Pokemon out of the Halloween Cup, which special prize was Halloween costume Pokemon. Man, I was a fool for thinking that this would be a good way to farm. Oh yeah! Okay. I take back what I said. I completely forgot I had that field research that required me to catch a dragon still sitting around. I was going to toss it, but I just never got around to it. That justified getting that Dratini.